Welcome to Indian Judicial Service. This video is the 54th part of Top 1000 MCQ of Constitutional Law. In this video, we discuss the constitutional amendment. And those who are not watched the previous video, all the link of previous videos are available in our description box. Please go and watch this video. And before starting this video, I request you please like and share our videos. Let's get started. Question number 896. When the name of state is changed or new state is created, the Constitution of India is required to be amended by Parliament by option A, simple majority as required under Articles 107, 108. Option B, majority of total members of both the houses under Article 368. Option C, special majority under Article 368. Option D, special majority after obtaining opinion of concerned state, Article 3 of the Constitution. So in this question, when the Parliament change the name of any state and create a new state, there is a need of simple majority as required under Article 107 and 8. So answer is here option A. Now question number 897. By 42nd Amendment Act 1976, the following word have been added to the preamble. So in previous video we discussed just like this question. So there is clearly 3 words added in preamble by 42nd Amendment. So first one is socialist, second is secular, and third one integrity. So answer is here option C. Now question number 898. The provision of amending the constitutional provision is given. So the amending the constitutional provision is given in part 20 and article 368. So answer is here option C. Question number 899. The power of amending the constitution is vested in Parliament. While exercising the power under Article 368, the Parliament would not be subjected to the limitation which curb its legislative power to make a law under article. So under article, option A, Article 241, 242, option B, Article 242, 243, option C, Article 245 and 246, and option D, 246, 248. So answer is here option C, Article 245 and 246. So these articles related to the territorial nexus, doctrine of territorial nexus, and this thing here. And we widely describe these article in previous video where the legislative relationship between the union and state. So please watch these videos. These videos are very important, and all the link of these videos are available in our description box. Please go and watch this video. So answer here option C. Question number 900. When the Parliament act in exercise of its constituent power under Article 368, so it is wrong spelled, it would be competent for it to validate the state the act by including them in the option A 7th schedule, option B 8th schedule, option C 9th schedule, and option D 10th schedule. So clearly answer here option C 9th schedule, and 9th schedule related to the Article 31B, and it provided the provision of the Land Reform Acts in 1950, and it also removed the Jamindari abolition from India. So abolished the Jamindari system by this amendment, means first amendment of the Constitution. It is related to the land reforms in different states. So answer here option C. Question number 901. Every amendment to the Constitution, whether it be in form of amendment of any article or amendment by insertion of an act in the 9th schedule, has to be tested by reference to the doctrine of basic structure, which include reference to Article 21 read with Article 14, Article 15 stated in. So this statement of Supreme Court is given in case of I.R. Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu 2007, In this case, the 9 judges bench of Supreme Court held that the 9th scheduled item are not immune to judicial review as in part of the Constitution. This is very important thing. Another important thing described by the Supreme Court is, and further, nothing in Scheduled 9, not Article 9, so Schedule 9 can abrogate the fundamental right as they form the basic structure of the Constitution. So these fundamental rights are Article 21, Article 14, Article 15. So answer is here option B. Now question number 902. Article 368 clause 4 inserted by the 42nd amendment of the Constitution 1976 declared as invalid by the Supreme Court. In which of the following case it was held? Option A, Indira Gandhi versus Raj Narayan. Option B here, Keshavanand Bharati versus State of Kerala. Option C here, Minerva Mill versus Union of India. And option D here, Golaknath versus State of Punjab. So clearly answer of this question is here Minerva Mill versus Union of India 1980. So answer is here option C. Question number 903. In which of the following cases it was observed by under Article 368 fundamental rights included in Part 3rd are not amendable? So this statement is very important here. If it is so, then there is need of new constituent assembly to be convened for making new constitution. So this statement given by the Supreme Court in case of Shankari Prasad versus Union of India 1951. So answer is here option C. In this case, Supreme Court held that the amendment power under Article 368 is a absolute power and the Parliament amend any portion of the Constitution without any restriction. So clearly answer of this question is here option C. Question number 904. First constitutional amendment was challenged in the case of. So first constitutional amendment was challenged in the case of Shankari Prasad versus Union of India. So answer is here option A. In this case, Supreme Court held that the perfect general power of the Parliament to amend the Constitution without any exception. So in this case, Supreme Court held that the power of the Parliament under Article 368 is a perfect power to amend the Constitution without any exception. So clearly answer here option A. Now question number 905. An amendment of the Constitution of India may be initiated by introduction of bill for the purpose in option A, Council of States, option B, House of People, option C, either in Council of State means Rajya Sabha or House of People means Lok Sabha, and option D, none of the above. So answer is here option C. Question number 906. First constitutional amendment was passed in 1951. The main object was the reason to remove the uncertain practical difficulties which is created by the courts in decision of the case of Kameswar Singh. This is very important here. Case of Kameswar Singh. And second important case here, very important, it is Romesh Thapar case. So in Parliament removed the difficulties created by the court in case of Kameswar Singh and Romesh Thapar by first amendment of the Constitution. And another important thing, issue involved in the cases including the freedom of speech, acquisition of land, jamindari means jamindari land, and state monopoly which is directly related to Article 31B and Scheduled 9. So this thing is here. So answer of this question option A, to secure the constitutional validity of ruling by king. So it is wrong. Option B, to add Article 31A and 31B and Scheduled 9. Yes, it may be. Option C, both A and B, and option D, none of the above. So most possible answer is here option B. Question number 907, in which case it is discussed that is it permissible for Parliament under Article 31B to immune legislation from being struck down, this is very important, to immune legislation from being struck down for violation of fundamental right by inserting them into Scheduled 9, and is its effect on process of judicial review of the Supreme Court and High Courts. So clearly answer is here option D, I.R. Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu 2007, and this case is directly related to the Scheduled 9. So answer here option D. Now question number 908, the vesting power of exclusion of judicial review in the legislative including state legislature strike at the basic structure of the constitution and thus goes beyond the permissible limit of what constitutes the amendment under Article 368 held is. So this statement given by the Supreme Court in case of Keswanand Bharati versus State of Kerala, and citation is here 1973. So answer here option A. Now question number 909, a constitutional amendment bill passed by both houses of parliament, option A, does not need the assent of the president, option B, does need the assent of president. So clearly answer of this question is here option B, the constitutional amendment bill passed by both houses of parliament does need the assent of the president, and remaining two options does not need, so it is wrong, and none of the above. So answer here option B. Now question number 910, an amendment in the constitution can be amended in option A, Lok Sabha, option B, Rajya Sabha, option C, either in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, option D, Vidhan Sabha. So answer here option C, either in Lok Sabha or in Rajya Sabha. Now time for the question of the day. The question of the day is, what is isolationism? Again I repeat the question, what is isolationism? Please give the answer of this question in comment box, and before finishing this video I request you please like and share our videos, and please subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching Indian Judicial Service.